Hello and welcome to GRE Mnemonics video number 40. A quick recap of our previous video. A biomed company researched on pus cells and made minute soldiers. The experiment was done on humans and cars with pores close to a resurrection church. A pollutant from the company's experiment turns a cop extremely fat. The problem-solving research facility is now let off the hook, despite the mystery illness it has caused. Meanwhile, loud horns are sounded at the unmanned signal where the traffic cop used to work, and plenty of food and grains is poured from the horns. So let us learn and understand today's set of GRE words using this short story. Glass windows on a glacier were repaired. Under the glacier was a coral reef. The coral's relative was algae. They shared a mutual relation. The algae listened to audiobooks. Now, while she crossed the bridge, she fell in the water below. Her book was cut short. She fell in a big solution of sine waves. The waves had sinned. Thus, the waves asked the algae to seek forgiveness on their behalf. Aunt Cosine and Aunt Jibe from Gibraltar taunted the algae for seeking remission from the priest. So let us learn the words individually. Glazier, clue, windows repair on glazier. Glazier means one who cuts and fits panes of glass as for windows. Visualize, glazier, a glacier where windows were getting repaired. Skilled glaziers are removing the stained glass windows piece by piece so they can be cleaned and restored. This example is about the skill of the glaziers who are window repairers. Correlative, clue. Corals relative, the algae. Correlative means mutually involving or implying one another. So, the corals and algae have a mutualistic relationship. The coral provides the algae with a protected environment and compounds they need for synthesis. In return, the algae produce oxygen and help the coral to remove wastes. So visualize the mutual relationship between the algae and the coral reef. Both corals and algae seem to share a correlative relationship. This example is about corals and algae and how they share a mutual correlative relationship. Abridge, clue, shortened bridge. Abridge means condense, shorten, reduce length of written text. It also means curtail. For example, curtailing some right. Visualize a bridge. The book is cut short as the algae fell in the water. Commercially available audiobooks are usually abridged and twice as expensive as the print version. This example is about the audiobooks, which are usually shorter compared with the hard copy and also twice as expensive as the printed version. Absolution, clue, solution which pardons all sins. Absolution means act of absolving or the state of being absolved. It means formal remission of sin imparted by a priest. Visualize the sine waves have sinned and they are pleading the algae to take their case with the priest, who in turn would provide the signs with remission. Absolution. A priest doesn't provide absolution for sins about to be committed. This example is candid in nature, where it's being stressed that a priest will not provide remission for the sins or forgive for the sins which are about to be committed. Jibe, clue. Gibraltar ants taunted the algae. Jibe means mock, laugh at with contempt or derision. Visualize the Gibraltar ants are taunting the algae for taking up the case of remission. She proved impervious to his sarcastic jibes. This example is about a lady who seemed unaffected by the sarcastic taunts which were thrown at her. Now it is time for quiz. Do you remember the word which means mutually involving or implying one another? Do you remember the meaning of the word absolution? Do you remember the word as well as the meaning associated with this mnemonic? We hope you got all three of them right. In case you haven't, feel free to watch the video again. Let us know about your experience here till we meet next with our next set of GRE words. Thank you.